Hey everybody, welcome to WTF Wednesday. I just saw an ad on YouTube for a multivitamin that will resolve all your problems, apparently. Clear your head, make you more productive at work, and all you need to do is take this multivitamin, and then there was a list of vitamins and minerals that are in this tablet, which of course costs quite a lot of money, and all your problems will be solved. What BS. And the reason I'm saying that is because you cannot supplement your way out of a bad diet. Just as I've said before, you cannot medicate your way out of a bad diet. Welcome to SHAPEFIXER. I'm Andrew. I'm a nutritionist, and every Wednesday I highlight something that has annoyed me in the past week. This one was actually about 10 minutes ago. So I haven't planned this. It just came to me when I saw the ad, and there's a lot of marketing around supplements, and supplements absolutely have a place. They seriously do. They are tools for us to make those fine-tuning changes to what is essentially a good diet. So when you're on a good diet and you're getting most of the nutrients you need from your diet, and there may be reasons why you are a little short of some or other nutrient. Now, that could be because it's not really present in your food chain and there's nothing you can do about that. It may be that your lifestyle, for example, doing a lot of sport and sweating more than the average person, you may be losing some electrolytes. You may need to supplement because you do have a genetic issue that translates into some level of medical issue, and your body's not processing a certain nutrient very well, and so you need to beef it up. These are details. You cannot live on a standard high carbohydrate omnivore diet and then expect to just supplement your way to full nutritional optimization. It doesn't work. Your supplement routine or regimen, if you are in a position where you really do need to do some supplementation, is probably 5% of your nutrition, and your diet should be the other 90%. Now, I've done videos on my view of supplements, medications, nutrition. I'm going to link them down below here. There are some supplements that I recommend to my clients as an almost standard thing. So it sounds a bit like I'm going against what I say. And so let me clarify that. When I have people working with me to get their health right through their nutrition and their dietary and lifestyle choices, there are a very, very few supplements that I recommend they take up front, and because they are almost invariably deficient, because most people are deficient in these nutrients, and then as they go and their diet improves, they might not need them anymore. They're very simple, straightforward nutrients. The moment you're taking some kind of magic multivitamin or some magic drink that is supposed to contain everything, that's nonsense, because you will have such trace amounts of each one of those nutrients that you're not really targeting a deficiency. Now, magnesium is one of them. Check the notes down below this video for my video specifically on magnesium and the issues that arise with magnesium. Magnesium is one of the electrolytes that your body needs, and it is one that is very, very often low in our diet. So either we don't eat the food that contains magnesium, or we're eating food that contains other chemicals that block the absorption of the magnesium. So remember, the nutrients your body gets are not just what you put in your mouth. Once it gets into your body, you need to be able to absorb it and process it. If that's not working, then you're not taking it. So you may be deficient in magnesium. There are symptoms associated with magnesium deficiency like fatigue and lower leg cramps at night and fluid retention in your ankles. There's a list of them. Go and look at the video on magnesium. You may find that that is your issue. Iodine is a huge one. So please look at the video that I've put down below here about thyroid and iodine, because iodine is one of the most critical nutrients, and it is very deficient in our food chain. Unless you live very close to the coast and eat a lot of seafood, you are going to be deficient in iodine. Now, you might not be clinically deficient, so not necessarily so deficient that you have thyroid problems, but you will be deficient enough that you will experience some of the early symptoms of an iodine deficiency, and taking an iodine supplement is a very good idea for everybody, even if you are on the best diet that is available to you. I take an iodine supplement, and it really does make a difference. Then the third one that not everybody is deficient in, but a lot more than we think, is vitamin B12, which is absolutely vital, including for manufacturing healthy blood cells. Vitamin B12 is deficient in most of us because we eat a very plant-based, carbohydrate-based diet, and we just don't get enough of this absolutely critical vitamin, which is found in meat. So supplementing with vitamin B complex, okay, so you B1, B6, B9, B12, or specifically B12, is generally a pretty good idea, unless you are on a very low sugar diet, primarily animal based, even an absolute carnivore diet. Then you don't have, highly unlikely to have a B12 problem. And remember, as a last point, that if you have a blood test and your blood test shows you that your B12 is normal, so normal within the range that the lab says is normal, that does not mean that you have enough. It means you are within the average of everyone else getting tested in that lab. And when everyone is deficient, then the average is deficient, and falling into the average does not make it a safe place to be. Our vitamin B12 levels are generally low because we don't eat enough animals. Our iodine is low because it's not in the soil, because it's been worked out of the soil over decades of agricultural practice and not being put back in. And magnesium tends to be low because of the way we eat, and we don't absorb it very well. So those are the three that I would say are pretty important. But all the rest, you need to be on a proper diet first. And if you're on a proper diet, and you're eating everything, and you're getting the right nutrients, and you're not blocking the absorption of those nutrients by eating other crap like processed wheat and flour and carbohydrates, you're not going to need a whole lot of supplements, and you're certainly not going to need an expensive multivitamin supplement that is marketed so aggressively by the corporations that are making a profit out of selling you these things. They are convincing you that you can supplement your way to health and stay on a bad diet. There is no route to health if you are on the wrong diet. And that is my WTF moment for this Wednesday. What the F are we doing eating crap food and then thinking for 1 second that we can take some tablets and some supplements and suddenly be perfectly healthy? It's never going to work. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for indulging me every Wednesday when I get really annoyed about something. Okay, my other videos are more sober and stable and educational. So join the channel, subscribe to the channel, and watch some of our other videos. But get to the notes down below here to see the videos on magnesium, iodine, and vitamin B12.